Okay. Hopefully, this will work. And hopefully we'll get the peoples that I had to kick and everything back in because I screwed things up, and that's my fault. I am sorry. There's Christopher. Hopefully Steven and Levi and Slayer and Ian and Kathy. Hey Kathy, how you doing? Yeah, Steven. Yeah. Yeah. I don't care that you guys see how messy my desk gets periodically because I clean it periodically too. Like it gets immaculately clean about once a month, and then I deleted it off of Twitch too. Rusty, we're all good. That's why it takes me longer. We should be on. Everything should be working now. We are on Twitch now again. We're live. I'll play a quick ad over there so that the pre-rolls will be delayed. I know why you're wondering. I know you're all wondering why I called this meeting. Why did I call this meeting? Stacy, where are my notes? I didn't make any? Well, shit. That voice is super easy to do. What about Twitch? Welcome back. Glad you can join me. Levi, my house had fighter jets over it today. It was crazy. Like 6 of them doing training. I live next to an air base. Tell me about it. Water tastes funky. Not bad funky. Just like weird. Now you got me thinking about my desk. So now I'm sitting here. I'm like looking at it. I was like, I gotta throw a bunch of shit away. This is one of the things I got on my desk. Look at that. Oh no. Stick his name tag in the back there. And he's got a little kitty hoodie. It reminds me of Tobias. Because Tobias has a kitty hoodie. I need to get him a new one. But Tobias has one. So yeah. I'll show off the other stuff later. See, now I gotta clean my desk. I can't get that off anymore. So I'm gonna trash that. Made me all self-conscious about it. Half of it, I can't do anything with it anyways. There's stuff on here that doesn't have a space anywhere else right now. Huh, that's new. I'm doing okay. We're waiting on Chris. Chris should be here in about 10-15 minutes. And then we will kind of take things from there. He'll get to see the new setup. This is temporary. I might switch it back midstream, to be honest. Yeah, we're not going to talk about the war that's going to be going on. We're just not. I knew it before most people. My spouse's one of my spouse's coworkers told them, and then 5 hours later, it's on the news. One of my spouse's coworkers were like, "I'm getting deployed to Iraq." Just so you know. My spouse was like, "You better come back." I'm like, "Agreed. I hope they come back. It's one of your friends." So, yay. And that fun. I don't think I ever posted that other video. Oh, well. supposed to take a video for the dice, and it's whatever. They'll yell at me if they want to yell at me. They probably won't, though. I can't stop looking at my desk now. Cleaning it. I do this once a month. I clean my desk once a month because I'll sit here and I'll obsess over it. And then, like, I'll move everything, sweep it off, wipe it down. And so it's a once a month deal. And then it'll gradually get messy over the next, like, 3 months. It'll get messier and messier. Like, I'll clean it, but it won't be like a deep clean. Like, I clean it once a month, get rid of all the trash and everything, and then go from there. I don't know. I had to bring it up. I don't know. Just gotta. I don't have places for some of the things. I don't have. I don't have everything I had set up at the other house. The other house, I had like little drawers and stuff like that, and I don't have all that. A lot of that's over there. A lot of it's going to get cleaned when I go to film. Oh, it's not. No, you can't. It's a sword. It's a sword. That is a. You can see it. Yes, you can see it sitting in the corner. That's a sword. It's a sword cane. That's a sharp one. Like, that's a real sword, but it's blunt. That will cut a bitch. Today isn't the day to clean the desk. It is not. It is not. Just good. By the way, I got a mini fridge for like super cheap. Found one used. In fact, I haven't checked on it. I checked on it once since I plugged it in. It was getting cold, but I haven't checked on it in like 20 minutes or so. And I kind of want to check on it because it's got soda. And because Tyler, I think it's Taylor, donated some money to me, sent me some money specifically to get soda. And I got that soda today. I haven't received the deposit yet. I'll get that later. But yeah, that is a sword. It is long. It is sharp. It can hurt you. That is why it's back there. No, it is definitely not one of my spoons today. That is. I've had to do other things, and I've got to return. I got to go to Walmart and do a return because the item I bought for doing some other stuff outside, doing some lawn maintenance, isn't going to work. Not worried about that. Moving on. Let's go take a look. See about that. Anyway. Called fridge is to be desired. It's definitely working. It's definitely. It's definitely one of those things where it's probably going to radiate the cold over time. And I loaded that thing immediately up. So it's probably going to take a couple hours to cool it down. But the little freezer section, like, it would keep ice cold. It would keep ice as ice. Actually, I'll be right back. It's big enough for one of the giant ice packs. So every plate sends you these giant recyclable ice packs. They are 100% recyclable, which is really nice. You can drain this, recycle this, all that stuff. I'm going to put this in there. I'll lay it flat, put it in there.
Levi has disappeared.
Now, all honesty, this mini fridge doesn't need to perform great. It just needs to perform well enough. Hey, Chris, how goes it?
How's it going? So, in case anyone was curious what the Hawaiian shirts looked like, did we get the same one, the blue?
I have one of those too. But like I mentioned, hey, Steven's been a member for 10 months. Oh, hell yeah. So, and I want to explain this. I have wider shoulders because of my scoliosis, right? And they've gotten a little wider over time, but like I can wear an extra large t-shirt and still move my arms up and down and back and everything and not have the shirt feel tight around the shoulders.
Yeah.
How I gauge a shirt isn't if it buttons up or if it feels tight around. Well, I gauge it if it feels tight around my stomach and everything too. But like one of these on button shouldn't be tight around my shoulders, not an extra large. And it is. So it means they run a tad bit small.
I've had to wear 2XL shirts for shoulders for a very long time. I'm short. I've always been short and wide in terms of, when I was in college, we went to an event and I had to get a new suit top because I'd forgotten mine on campus. And we were trying to figure out what I could wear. And there was a dude there who was, I'm 5'7", 5'8", that area. He was 6'3", and my shoulders were wider than his. And he was like, "Oh, okay, so you can't borrow my suit coat." I'm like, "No, I cannot. I need one that fits wider."
I just realized that the automated message needed to be replied to. I didn't know that. I was waiting for them to reply to me. So, and I think that's cool. I was listening. When I say I think it's cool, it sucks that you've had to deal with that. It's cool that you figured it out so early on. I have dealt with a similar issue where I've had wide shoulders because for a while, but like my scoliosis as it's progressed has made things a little bit wonky on me for wearing clothing. Not too much, mind you, but I've still been able to wear extra large shirts even though they're uncomfortable in the areas that I'm bigger in. They weren't uncomfortable in my shoulders. And it's been that way. Fucking hell.
Holy God, Steven. Thank you so much. You got to warn us when you do something like that, man. You broke Levi's stream of thought. Thank you so much.
Turn off the commercials. I don't have, wait. This is a different stream. I don't even have them on. I don't even think I turned them on this stream. Yeah, it's not even the monitor. Jesus. And because that's pounds and not dollars, dude, that's 600 plus. Like, do the calculations for the conversion. Now,
I'm working on it.
Oh shit! Are they going to take 70% of that?
$684.73.
Yeah, but are they going to take like the 30% of that? What is 30% of that? For the record, I don't mind when people donate on YouTube and whatnot. There's a reason why we actually prefer you donate usually through YouTube. But if it's somebody that we know isn't going to back out or try to,
it'll come out to just about $500 US. YouTube takes 30%.
Yeah, they take a
of
huge.
gifts?
Yeah, they take a huge. There is a max amount that they'll take. Like there's a threshold, and then you'll get everything else afterwards. But it's part of it is the protection. Like if somebody does a
A chargeback or something.
yeah chargeback, we still get the money
Yeah.
up to a certain amount again. But it won't affect us. Like if they do a chargeback on $5, we'll likely still see the $5. But let's say someone donated a few $1,000s over the course of things and then did chargebacks and all that. There's a good likelihood that we won't see all of that, right? But we also wouldn't be in the negative or in the rears either because it's a month behind. So it's there's a link you can go to look at that.
So 500 is the max amount you can donate.
Still, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Stephen. That's awesome. That I was looking at the revenue for this month, and I know we're talking for everyone here. We've been talking about doing a 24/7 live stream, and I've been researching it and figuring out what I need to do on my end to make this a possibility. Because the reality is that I need to make it in a way that at least one of us can maintain it, and I'm more than likely going to be the one that maintains it. Just because I have more time if something breaks to fix it. Chris, quite often, if something on YouTube or Facebook or anything that I have full access to breaks, we'll be like, dude, I'm working right now. Can you fix this?
Or I will spend about 5 minutes trying to figure it out and go, I have no clue what I'm doing. Levi, do you know how to do this? Because I don't want to make it worse.
And if I don't, that's where we reach out to customer service.
Yeah.
But on average, one of us is able to fix it. And if the other isn't, hopefully it's not bad enough. It's an issue. Yes, the Hawaiian shirts are awesome. And I was showing these off this morning. I love, you guys didn't probably get as good. Smiling Game Master. This is a nuts. This is a wow. I haven't even gotten to like all the stuff that we're going to be working on today. So the good thing is that Chris is effectively going to be able to record today if he feels up to it, I think.
Yep. I need to find my little stand thing. 1 second.
All right. Again, this is made by our very own Xena here. Look at these. These are the double miniature teacup mosquito dragons. Look at that. They asked if I wanted to put a mimic. I was like, yeah, absolutely put a mimic. But like we discussed about what it could be. But the more I looked at it, the more stuff that what I really like is how well that autograph came out.
If I'm recording, I need to change it into a different shirt.
Yeah. And they get 25% of the profits of this. And I like being transparent. I was blanked on the word.
This is the most suggestive content you're ever going to get from me.
Anyways, so I want to. We did. So, for an example, I think this is only one shirt, right? Yeah. Okay. So what's really so each one of these shirts generates about $8 to $9. Wow, that's weird. Is that 2 shirts or just 1? Okay. So it does depend on the shirt. Some of them are more expensive than others. It looks like if it's an XL or below, it generates like $8-9, still $8 or $9.
The thing to consider with fourth wall is just like any company that makes. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
You're good. No, you can continue. I was talking about transparency. This is a good.
Okay. Just like any company that makes apparel, the bigger the apparel gets, the more material to use, the more ink they have to use, etc. So, typically they'll charge us this. They'll charge the same amount for small through large or extra large, and then our profit will be the same on that. The cost for
XXL
and up, we keep the price. Actually, I think I adjust the price up, and I've tried telling it to keep the price the same regardless, but it'll be like $1 more expensive for each size up, just because of the fabric and ink they have to use.
Yeah, I believe you have it set up, and this is specifically so we don't get charged down the road. So let's say somebody gets a gift card, and then they also have 15% off on top of that. If they won $25 off and they have 15% off, that means we're more likely going to make nothing off that sale, but it won't cost us money.
Yeah.
On average, we have been eating the cost when that happens.
Yeah. Xena, the Hidden Suns are under the collar still. At least they are on mine, and mine's a XXL. So even if the front, so even if the front design looked a little off to you when I first sent it to you, the Suns are still hidden under the collar.
That's cool. I didn't notice that.
Just so you're aware, I'm waiting for my kid to finish eating food in the kitchen, and then when she is done, I'm gonna go heat up my salmon and broccoli real quick, because
totally eat before we go. Like,
she doesn't want to be in the kitchen when I'm heating up fish, because she hates the smell of fish.
Okay, so Leo, the problem with going anywhere like that is the availability to go virtually doesn't exist for me. My spouse works night shifts, and so if we go anywhere, it has to be planned, because they have to take a day or two off just to like readjust themselves, and I'm not able to drive without them no matter what. So that's just the reality of my situation, unfortunately. It would be fun to go. Also, I think Idaho is not a place that my spouse would go to, because it's not a safe location.
Idaho isn't certain people friendly.
Yeah. Do I think something would happen to us? I don't know, which is probably the bad part. By the way, did you notice the new look slightly? So I'm usually down further.
Oh,
that's because I put my camera on my little arm mount here. Now,
cool.
This thing is not stable in any sense. Point taken, as it just decided that it wanted to. God damn it. Okay, there we go. But it did give me an idea to possibly go ahead and get maybe get an arm here that I can attach this to and swing around and have some fun with later on. We're part of this community that I'm pointing up towards. We're part of the LGBTQI plus community, and certain states we don't go to. Certain states we just avoid. So it's just the reality of it. But either way, first of all, again, thank you guys for the donations. That was
it's amazing.
I was like I was saying before I broke. I was looking at the amount that we were going to get next month, and I'm like, shit, it's gonna be a low month by the looks of it. Steven just walking in and being like, nah, let's make that what you usually get. Smiling Game Master, solidifying it. I was like, oh, that's nice. Last month, for those again, we do transparency, was a pretty decent month. But what this means is voice work will be a go, and even though it's a bit more expensive, because we're waiting to get that taken care of, and there are a lot of things that me and Chris have to, in all honesty, do. One is, Chris, I need a way to be able to, if you are okay with it, to run the giveaways.
Yeah.
And that's because I got reminded this morning. And by the way, thank you, Meat Puppet 007. Meat Puppet 007. We need your assistance. For being a member for 9 months. That's awesome. We got 36 people in the live. Real quick, I want to mention to everyone here, we are live on Twitch as well. If you prefer watching on Twitch, if you have an Amazon, I think you tagged that. If you have an Amazon account and you attach it to Twitch, you can support us for free without it costing. I screwed it up. Like I did a really good job this morning, and I was like, clip that so I can grab it later. I don't know. Steven, did you clip that? Clips from the live stream. I don't see a 625 one. But during the live stream, I had it flowed really nicely. I am a bit, for everyone here, I am a little bit tired. I'm trying to get back in the rhythm of proper sleep. Doesn't always happen. Doesn't always work. Which means tired, but I'm still awake. I've got probably about 2.5 hours in me before I start going, oh. Good thing is I have soda down here now, which I will have later. There's 7 of us over here now. Yes, that's what it was. If you have Amazon Prime, you can sub on Twitch without spending a dime. Yes, something like that. Yeah. You can support it. If you have Amazon Prime, you can support us on Twitch without spending a dime. You can support us without spending it. I don't know. It was something close to that. That's all right. It's there. That's the important thing. I will probably find it when I go through things. So there's a few different things that we're discussing. We're going to be working on a Kickstarter officially. Since we have the prices that we want, we have some examples of the animation. What I would like, does Openock have an example of the fight animation stuff?
I don't know offhand.
Do you want to ask him real quick so we can add that to the Kickstarter?
Yeah, give me 1 sec here.
Okay. So, and there's a video I want to do that I've scripted out. It's great. You guys heard it with the Batman. It's the Batman video. We got the pricing back, and it is going to be like $300 with animation to do a video that is realistically going to be a short. It's not that we haven't spent money on that before, but we're not even having the entire video animated. That is just voice work and a little bit of animation. And while I'm pretty confident the video will do well, I have no idea if it would pay for itself down the road. What Kickstarter? So we are going to be doing a Kickstarter specifically for animation. As much as I would love to say, hey, we want to go to Comic-Con, here's this, here's that, whatever. I cannot, at least in good conscience, with the lack of communication from Comic-Con, say, yeah, let's do it, because it's expensive, more so for Chris to come all the way down here than it is for me.
Right.
But it's expensive for me.
The June giveaway is live.
Ooh.
And there is the link.
And it's $25 gift cards, right?
Yep.
Yep.
So it's supposed to be for members only, but if you're on this live, you can go ahead and join.
Okay.
Since I just gave you the link, I didn't think about that. The rest, however, I'm going to go ahead and put the link into memberships right now.
Yeah, because we can make it so that we can do members only post on YouTube. I think there's a way to do members only post on Twitch, isn't there?
I don't know Twitch very well.
No. Can I not? I'm not a fan of that. I need to be able to figure that out better. Well, here's the thing. The good thing is, like, once we have that, we are working with a voice actor that is more expensive than our previous voice actor. It is one of the things. But his turnaround, by the way, when he told me his turnaround time, 48 hours. And you pay him up front, but he'll have it to you within 2 days. Guaranteed. Which is amazing, because what we've run off of a lot, regardless of who we work with, it's I'll get it to you when I get it to you, and then you pay me. Which is still nice, because then we pay after we get it. But it also has happened where, like, I've scrapped entire skit ideas because they needed voice work, and I never received it. Huh?
Hey, Blackfire. Stephen Lockheed, King Sumo's annoying, I agree, but it's the easiest way to run giveaways that I've found. Itchy. Oh, geez. Sorry, everyone.
Hey, Blackfire. I understand that hesitation for some of those things. But again, yeah, like he says, it's one of those things where it's one of the easiest ways to run a giveaway. How many people are winning?
5.
5? Does that make up for the last month too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, goodness. I hope everything's okay, though.
That's a concerning thing to post.
Uh-huh. All right. So, going back, first of all, let's put that where it needs to go. So you're doing a longer version of John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Have I shown you the full version?
You did. We went over it. We played both parts, and I really like it. Do we want to do it? Do we want to show I think, in all honesty, you should do both. You should do a short version that's just a quick, get it out there, get it done, get a rough idea of how you want it, right?
Yeah.
Regardless if it's with me, just me and you, or me, not me, you and other people, just a quick, short social media version, so to say, and then do the full-on like production version that you want to do. But I really like it. Chris spent a lot of time on it. I gave some really harsh feedback for some of the scripts. I'm telling y'all, that first draft, that was brutal.
Yeah. More than a little bit.
But to be fair, you've done the same thing to me. So and that's, again, it tells you how well we can work together, because what he has made now flows really well. And to me, if it's filmed right, I would watch it from start to finish. Now, here's the thing. A good script and bad actors, I'm not going to watch it. So I really hope that regardless of who you get, I hope they all can do really well with it, and I think you have a really good potential for a really good. It's nice. Do you want to read it here or do you want to wait?
There was one suggestion that was made that I just changed in my writers group. 1 second here.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, Levi, the bills first, absolutely. But remember, right now, if you click that link, you can join the giveaway without. If not, I can just highlight the link for a little while. That way you can manually type it.
Okay. So we've got Seth, Ted, Gary, Adam, Ron. Yeah, sneeze. Hold on. Which 2 characters do you want to be?
Well, you played the DM last time, and I play a DM much differently than you. Because I have a specific character on the channel as a DM.
Right, but this isn't written as that DM.
Exactly. So I think you should play the DM. You know how you want it played.
How about you be Ted and Gary, and I'll be Adam and Ron.
Do you you don't have that as a Google Docs, so I'll have to view it on your thing.
Sorry. In the format you hate.
Fuck. For the record, it's not that I hate reading it. I hate trying to write in it.
Yeah.
All right, everyone, we're gonna go with this, and I'm Ted and
You are Ted and Gary.
And I'm Gary. Anyways, go for it. I'm ready when you are.
That would be super fun, Logan.
That's an animation thing.
Yeah.
There are so many things, animation.
1 second. I'm going to type that into the Discord. Animation. Don't we have an animate? Here we go. Animation. Villain. Fix. All right. Okay. Interior gaming room at Seth's house, early evening. Seth hosts the group's bi-weekly D&D session. Ted, Adam, and Ron. I forgot Gary. Ted, Gary, Adam, and Ron sit at a table cluttered with half-empty energy drink cans, crumpled burger wrappers, and mountains of dice. All right, let's kick off our new campaign by diving into character intros. Ted, you're up.
I'm playing my usual wild shape druid.
Elf again?
This time I'm mixing it up. I'm a half elf.
Such a bold reinvention. Name?
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
No, seriously.
That is serious. Seth?
Yes, Gary?
His name is my name too.
You're kidding. Mine too. Same. I thought it would be unique and fun. You're telling me all your characters are named John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt? Did you plan this?
No.
Yet you all just answered in unison. The players look at each other and shrug, then look at Seth and shrug again. I can't run a campaign like this. I'm not calling each and every one of you John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt and then clarifying which John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt I mean every Saturday for the next 18 months.
Just use our real names then.
You don't even let us call you by your real name, Mallory.
I hate you.
Yeah. And let's not forget that over the last 6 campaigns, Adams refused to answer unless we pronounce his character's entire title and name exactly right. The Honorable Colonel Plumbutton Quetzalcoatl Faux Fa Worcestershire, the 6th family line, has earned it. Okay, new plan. Ted, you're John. Gary, Jacob, Adam, Jingleheimer, Ron, Schmidt. All the players object.
Jacob sounds like a priest or something. I'm a fighter.
You're not fighting this.
I have to be John. That's just so basic.
So is being almost the exact same character you always play. Schmidt feels like an NPC name, like someone you meet once and then immediately forget. It's not, trust me. I'm a half Goliath barbarian, Seth. You can't expect me to be feared whenever we go out if my name is Jingleheimer. You're level 1, Adam. You strike fear into no one. You barely startle squirrels. Players are all grumping. Now, hold on. Technically, everyone still has some variation of the full name, just starting with your first name. Gary's character is Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt John, for example. But in game, I'm calling you by your character's first name. That's final. Ted, Gary, and Ron nod. Adam does not. I still can't accept this. I mean, would you rather be Schmidt? Is that scarier? Ron? Trade? No way! I'm Schmidt. You were just complaining about it. Well, even though I didn't choose Schmidt, now I feel like Schmidt chose me. You get Jingleheimer, Adam. Or, and I want you to consider this carefully, you could just pick literally any other name. Fine. The Honorable Colonel Plumbutton Quetzalcoatl Fofa Worcestershire the 7th. It is. Any other name. Fine. Jingleheimer. Okay. Now with all that out of the way, let's begin. Seth opens his notes, looks to the group. You've all gathered at the Dragon's Tooth Inn in the small town of Eastbrook. You each have a mug of ale in your hand and a steaming bowl of stew in front of you. You've come here to liberate the town from the corrupt noble who runs it. What would you like to do first? What's the noble's name? There's no way that people always shout corrupt noble when cursing his name. Give me a minute. Some of the choices you guys made are forcing me to rename him.
What was his name going to be?
Doesn't matter.
It totally matters.
I'm just going to change it quick. Oh my God. There's no way. Seth freezes. He locks eyes with Ron. I'm changing it. Is that why you were so upset that we all chose it? Shut up, Ron. What's happening? He named the corrupt noble John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. His name is our names too.
Whenever we go out, the people always shout. John Jacob
Jingleheimer Schmidt. Da 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 da. They all laugh, and then Seth makes a deviously serious face. Suddenly, you hear someone outside shout, "Light it up, boys!" That's random. I'd like to roll investigation to see what's going on. Roll. Ron rolls a d20. 17 plus my modifier, 19 total. You succeed. You look up and realize that the inn is now on fire.
On fire?
Seems the corrupt noble heard you all chanting his name and decided to take you all out now by burning the building down on top of you before you can cause any trouble. Roll initiative. So some of the feedback I got was the same as you had given, to either end it right here so the ending is happy.
Hold on.
To end it at the song, so the ending is happy, or to cut all this part out and just have them sing it, and then Seth goes, roll initiative. And that's the last line. It's just they sing it, and then he gets serious and says, roll initiative.
So making making as somebody who's made a fair amount of D&D skits at this point and seen a bunch of stuff, 100% agree. I like the whole script, to be honest. Mm-hmm. And depending on what you want to do and how you want to format it, you can do the whole thing. You can scrap it. You can put it in the middle and everything. The reason why I don't want you to cut out any more than what you have currently is because if you film the way I think you're going to film, to be honest.
Mhm.
Which is, and you film the entire thing.
Yep.
Editing could make 3 to 4 different versions of that
Oh
video
yeah. Oh, for
afterwards,
sure.
right? And my character plays, I play a really, I play a DM that is the smiling DM, the very classic, like, oh, you fucked up.
Yeah.
But still tries to help you when I can help you, right? And I really like playing that. And if you end it as the smiles wickedly roll initiative, you're playing as my DM, the
Right.
character that I played. But if you continue, or if you cut it off at the John Jingleheimer Schmidt, that's just a funny fucking area to call it, to call it.
Yeah.
And then you leave people finished, but at the same time, it still could be an open thing where you could swing back to it if you really wanted to. It feels like a real game for the most part, and I really like that. Go ahead.
I just had an idea. So what if, because he's already said where they are. They you each have a mug of ale in your hand and a steam bowl of stew in front of you. They sing, and Adam goes, not Adam, and Seth goes, oh, okay, you all die, and and they go, what? And he goes, the ale was poisoned. Create new characters, new names. And Adam goes, are you serious? He goes, fine. Jingleheimer's a barbarian. Jingleheimer survives. And Adam's like, fuck.
Again, that is funny. That rolls into vindictive DM territory.
Right.
And it kind of like the way you have it set up now, in all honesty, is a wholesome vindictive.
Yeah.
Like okay. I get it. Okay, so you're gonna make fun of me now. Oh, no, fuck you. Versus that, which is just a fuck you, right?
Yeah.
And while it's still funny in the context of like these guys have known each other, it's just done. It leans more into the dark than is necessary. But at the same time, it wouldn't hurt to film that scene. Right. And then when you're putting it together, see what one you like the most. I would say leave it, make it an option, and have it be filmed as an extra option versus scrapping everything else. Because I love how you wrote it. There are a lot of different places where you can cut it. A lot of places where you can swap areas around and do different things. And that allows you to have some flexibility if you record everything. And then when you go to edit it, you can be like, okay, where's it? It's exactly what we did with Stitch. For those of you who don't know, me and Chris sat down. Like I wrote a draft, and then I wrote another draft, and then I sat down with Chris. I was like, look, I need a little bit of help here. And during the live stream, we kind of did a bunch of things together, and we figured out, no, there should be 5 other people, Slayer. Or 4 other people. But Chris recorded effectively this huge chunk of the next Stitchgate, the whole thing, leading up to the point to where Levi comes back from vacation and everything. And then I'm like, okay, I need to change this. We need to change this. Let's do and it very well, we realized that as we released this, there was a chance that we may have to change things fundamentally to where none of that footage is usable. Now, I'm trying to keep as much of the footage that Chris has already recorded as usable footage. And this next part that we've got, which is Stitchgate Part 2, still has the whole script in here. But the button point for this one is Sokar talking Levi's other phone rings button. So the button here is right before the time jump. And unfortunately, with the way it's written, he has to re-record. Like none of the previous lines will honestly work, because if we tried to force them in when he's recording talking to Sokar, it should be continuous. So like unless he wanted to wear the exact shirt he was wearing last time, it's not usable. So it's just going to be better for him to re-record both sides, more than likely, because I think even Napa had some change. And Napa has had changes since then. The background, I believe, has changed now too. And Napa has some new lines. So Chris effectively has to re-record a bunch of stuff. And when I made it, I did some test recordings of just me holding my phone and doing my lines, specifically so I could get like the feel of how much time it's going to take, what I need to do for my filming once I had my props in, which this is what we were waiting for. Because one of the things Levi's going to do when Levi gets summoned back to the office is I'm going to toss a shirt to John. Here's a souvenir, by the way. It's a way, because we're going to see me wearing this shirt, but it's a way to throw merch in without saying, hey, go buy this. This way, when people ask, we can literally just pin a comment to the top of the YouTube page, or make a comment wherever, or put in the description like, hey, if you want this shirt, it's a real shirt, by the way.
All right, so yeah, that's just an alternate ending.
Yeah.
We can just do that real quick if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so they all sing the song. John Jacob, and Seth goes, that was fun. You all die.
What?
The ale was poisoned. Make new characters with new names. We just got that all figured out. Fine. Adam, roll a fortitude save. Adam rolls a d20. 16. Okay, so Jinglehammer's a barbarian, right? That makes him a tad more resilient than everyone else. He survives. You monster.
And that turns it from being like if you ended it, and like this is a great point here to make. Let's say if you scroll back up in that script real quick, just slightly, with that alternate ending.
One second. Just letting I'm just responding to Alien real quick.
Okay.
All right, where am I scrolling up to? Right here, or further?
No, right there. So let's say you say roll initiative, or not roll initiative. It's the they get done singing. That was fun. You all die, and that was the end. That would be bullshit. People would be like, "That's fucking that's." But by continuing it down this much, you change it from that was fun. You all die. Well, here's my reaction to it. Oh, that sucks. But because all the players go, what? The ale was poison. Make new characters with new names. You're still pissed off. People are still pissed off. But now they're like angrily typing. By the time somebody gets done angrily typing, you're now at fine. Adam, roll a fortitude save, right? By the time they're angrily typing or getting angry at the DM, whatever, you have moved to the point of like gaining their attention again to end it again. I will say the alternate ending, the way it's currently designed, that line of you all die is a final. Like you that's a scene. The way that is said, that was fun, you all die. It doesn't leave anything in the scene. People would like on social media, you have people scrolling away. I think you could change that slightly and still get the same impact, but allow the scene continue.
So that's when they go, oh, that was fun. And then
Oh, that's cool.
So he goes, ah, ha, ha. That was fun. Roll. Ooh, you all die.
I like that. I like that a little bit better. It's not as final, and you have the player's immediate reaction right away afterwards. So you get to continue it. The scene isn't done. You don't even need Ted.
Yeah.
So
he rolls the dice, and all the players go, hmm. Immediately look at him.
Yeah, exactly. Like Misty saying, it would keep me watching. Exactly.
Yeah.
And like that's something that we have taken into consideration when we're writing now, is like, is this part a button? Is this part like that's a finale? If it is, how do we make it so it doesn't feel as finale? Fun fact. I played a game where the ale that we drank on average would kill a normal like level 20 player, but the character I played has such a high resistance that in order to get drunk, I had to drink something like 3 times as strong.
Yeah. So here we go.
It was fun to create that.
So John Jacob Jingleheimer's read da 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 da. Oh, that was fun. Roll. All players focus. Ooh, natural 20. You all die. What? The ale was poisoned. Make new characters with new names.
I think you need to make that less you're laughing and more like with new, like you are annoyed.
Yeah.
Like with new names.
Yeah, it's gonna be the ale was poisoned. Make new characters with new names.
Yeah. We just got that all figured out.
Fine. Adam, roll a fortitude save.
16.
Okay, so Jingleheimer's a barbarian, right? That makes him a tad more resilient than everyone else. He survives.
You monster.
Because Adam's the one that didn't want the name. So he lets him keep it. I like that ending better than the original one.
I think having both of them is still good.
Oh, I agree 100%. I agree.
Now the original script that you wrote on this, which is not the original because it's been changed a couple times. All right, let's get this session 0 underway. That's in the
oh yeah, it's changed hugely.
So dramatically. What I would like to see is your current script shortened down to about the same as that other one, where it was like 1.5 pages, which is under 3 minutes or under.
Yeah,
I would love to see a version of your current script as that, because then it can.
Yeah.
Huh?
Go ahead. Sorry.
And then we can take a look at it and go, okay, have the long script specifically for when you can find people, do things, and get the vision that you want. And here is a rough. It's not going to be it might get posted, but like make a thing that you want as best as you can right now.
Yeah.
Right. This way we accomplish making something. We put it out. We have a rough take of it. We know what the better version is going to be. And when it can be accomplished, it can be accomplished. This could also, in all honesty, be an animation.
It totally could, but I really want to film it live action.
Yeah. Leroy Jenkins. I love the Leroy name.
I'm gonna go heat up my food here in a minute.
Oh, all right, go heat up your food, and then we will continue talking. We have for everyone here. We have a few different skits to go over. We're going to go over the Stitch part 2. I'm going to go over that with Chris because that's the thing I want to go ahead and start recording, since I at least can record that now. Because I have everything needed. I have like little pineapple looking like straws. I've got flowers and lays. I bought props for this for Stitchgate. And I finally have everything set up and ready outside of me getting pulled back where I'm looking through things, and I don't need that yet because I don't know if that's not going to get changed yet. I like the idea of Levi getting tricked back into the office. There's a reality of that how it's done might get slightly changed. So we need to wait and see how things go.
I'm gonna go do this. I'll be back.
I don't know which one. There's a lot of characters from Viva La Dirt League. They've created a lot of different series, and that's another thing. We've done D&D content, and I want to do more D&D content. We've had an issue currently where when we put out a new random video, sorry, I'm relaxing the voice. When we put out a new random video, people associate it with one of the current series. We also need to talk about the next step of Deadpool. We need to talk about that. I don't know. I wrote some ideas down, but I have been busy. I have not. This is the downside of like not writing continuously. When was this posted? This was posted the 15th. This was written like, oh yeah. So I like the idea of there's a convo that happens. Something about how all this chaos has led to the Star Wars branching off and everything. And I'll talk about that in a minute when he gets back. Because we're gonna review the Stitch skit, and then we're gonna move forward, and we're going to probably work on the Deadpool stuff because he can't do a whole lot right now. We want him to eat first. I'll bring Deadpool back to reality. Yeah, so Deadpool is in the Star Wars universe right now, right? And Levi no longer has any control over what Deadpool is doing. That has been established that Deadpool is doing his own thing. And Levi is just kind of like, yeah, fuck it, still worth it. So, and we left off at Nappa and Levi doing a prank. Now, we do not have to see this prank take place other than Chris's character, John, effectively like getting gassed out. He can literally be mid-call trying to resolve something when it happens. Like the prank could go wrong as an example. And I was like, what do you mean it got stuck? It got stuck. What do you mean it got stuck? It's just stuck in there. Oh, did he close his vent when he left? Well, what do? We walk away. That's what we do. It's a bomb waiting to happen. Lock the vent on this side. So, like, then when he goes and opens it up, turns on his air conditioner or something, bam, he's gassed out. Which I think would be hilarious. But it's also one of those things where at that point we are filming a scene that won't show in that particular part as it's currently designed. And the main reason why is like we would be filming a part that's supposed to be attached to this other part, and thinking like that we're breaking this up in segments, right? And thinking like that can be hard sometimes because you can go like, oh, I don't really like this. And I was like, here's the thing, this goes here for here, and then it's over here, and then the rest of this skit is over here. It would be a funny as hell animation. I think seeing it as an animation would be cool. I like the idea that the prank quite literally backfires and gets stuck in this little chute of stuff. And we're just like, well, what do we do? Maybe even Levi goes, I don't know, you're on your own now. just bails on Nappa. We're waiting for oh. Hold on. I've got an idea, but I need to run it by Chris first. Levi barfing in the corner, right? Levi has left things as they. I got a spot in the back of my ear that is swollen and hurts. I don't know if it's a zit or what. But it hurts like a. Can you get a fluffy kitty? I don't know. Let's go check. Best I can do. That is the best I can do right now. I do sleep on my side, Stephen, from time to time. But it's most likely just a pimple. I got a pimple patch on it. It's really damn annoying. Trying not to mess with it. Ooh, that sounds good. I forgot to eat dinner. I forgot about dinner. Oh, goodness. I'm not too terribly hungry right now, but I still need to eat. It's also gotten a tad warm in here. Let's see here. Yeah, it's not the one. Turn the air conditioner down to 65, see if that helps. I don't know what to get to eat. I don't have any quick meals. That'd be great to have. There's something that I can microwave right now because I'm like spending a bunch of time trying to like do dishes and everything with the dishwasher. Trying to fix that up, and we had got a bunch of cleaning that we need to do, and I just don't feel. I don't want to order, but I also don't feel like cooking, to be honest. But I don't want leftovers. I've got a skillet meal that I can probably cook up. Let me send messages to the kids and find out what they have eaten and kind of go from there. They do. Honestly, burgers don't sound bad right now either. I got a skillet meal if nothing else, but I'm going to find out about from the kids and kind of go from there. I do not want to order out, though. Burgers wouldn't sound bad. The kids aren't going to eat homemade burgers. Well, one child won't eat homemade burgers. Raven has been really bad as of late, really acting spoiled-ish. And I'm like, they need to eat, but at the same time, I'm not going to keep doing it. Please don't talk food. Trying hard not to do review input already. Huh, all right. I don't know what you mean by that, Leo, but like, I need to eat foods.
Yeah, just heated this up.
Real quick, I've got something in like the next part. I think it's part 5 now or part 4. What is this? Part 4. Okay, so part 5. It'd be part 5 of the Deadpool thing. I got an idea here. Alternate timeline Vader is in your office, right? Because we talked about the prank. The prank goes wrong and the fart gets stuck in the pipe. So there's going to be a scene that's
what gets stuck in the pipe?
The fart.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
sorry, I had to get.
Okay, so technically, there's going to be a scene of me and Napa before this, but for social media, it's probably going to be better if we start with Vader and whatnot. But for the long form, we need to film the scene either way. So, prank goes wrong and fart gets stuck in the pipe. So the scene that me and you're going to have to film that won't get seen until like we make this into a longer one will literally be like me and Napa going back and forth. Napa going, I don't know why it won't go off. What's going on? I was like, I think it's stuck in the pipe, Napa. I think he turned off the AC and he sealed it up. What do I do? Seal it up from our end. And then Levi was like, well, you gonna help me? Nope, you're on your own. It's like Levi just, bails on it, right? So the prank goes wrong. Fart gets stuck in the pipe until John, talking to Vader, alternate timeline Vader, because you've got the helmet. Remember?
Yep.
You got the helmet.
I won't have it until I won't have it full time here. Actually, yeah, I will. I'll have it again after Saturday.
Okay.
After Friday.
Well, we still have to write this, but alternate timeline Vader. So basically, you're having a conversation trying to get Vader to help you fix the things all together. Vader's effectively fading away. And you're like, Vader, hold on. Use the Force. Hold on. I need your help to fix this type of scenario. Mm-hmm. And then and he mentioned something about, well, John, it's really hard to concentrate with how hot it is in your office. Fine, I'll turn on the AC. Click. Releasing the gas. You start to choke. We see you choke and you go, Vader, why? Vader's also choking, but it's so much worse. Oh my God, it's in my suit. It's in my suit. John, hello! And, passes out or even fades away. It makes the whole situation even worse.
I love that. I love John going, Vader, why? And Vader goes, it's not me. I'm not doing it. And then, oh my God, it's not me. Oh my God, it's in my ventilator.
It's in my ventilator. It's in my suit. It's in my suit. Oh, I think that's
or Vader just goes, it's not me. What's the matter? And John goes, something smells horrible. What is that? And Vader goes, thank God. Thank God my ventilator is a closed system. Oh my God. It's in my ventilator. He thinks he's safe.
Oh, it's even worse.
Yeah.
No. His suit enhances his senses, including his sense of smell.
What?
Googled it. He has amplified senses, including his sense of smell. He still has he still retained his natural ability to smell. There are theories that Vader's suit is cleaned while he's in the back to tank, or the back to tank itself cleans him, because he doesn't smell like anything unless he's in a particularly messy environment.
Amplification. While he could still smell naturally, his has amplified his olfactory senses.
So it would be worse.
He could be like, how do I turn the smell enhancement off?
Oh, that needs to be written down.
Chief Palpatine, which button turns off the smell enhancement?
That needs to be written down. Yeah.
I'm doing that now.
Thank you. I'm trying to type.
Where
the signature? Oh yeah, it needs the signature. No.
Where should I type that?
Just put that in the Deadpool and Star Wars area.
Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Okay.
We will work on animating this whole series when we're able to. It won't be animated until it's done. I'll be perfectly honest. I want to finish this storyline before we think about animating. We have other storylines to animate first. But I do like that. I was like, get there we go. I didn't. So that's great. And now we're kind of on a roll. Okay. So do you feel like this needs to be the skit? Part 5 needs to be where we discover not necessarily like Levi was in on it, but like this is the height. We've had 5 parts. This is where it's at its height. You've gotten alternate timeline Vader to try to come in here. We have effectively gassed Vader. Oh, that's also horrible to say. We have gassed Vader. And you. That's I feel like that's a minute-long skit right there, combined with the little outtake of me and Napa thing that's maybe a minute 30. So we need like moving it forward. It does kind of depend on what you and Vader needed to talk about.
Here's my concern. If we open right into the fart stuff, it's so...
No. We're not opening into the fart stuff.
All right.
It needs to open in with you and Vader in the office as a conversation.
Right. But what I'm saying is we're not giving any backstory as to what's going on with the...
That's the conversation that we need to figure out. Like, it needs to lead to like... the explanation that I gave is too fast. You and Vader need to be in your office talking. Vader needs to get uncomfortable, and then you turn on the AC. Now, the way that transpires does not need to be within 10 seconds. It can be a full minute in.
What I'm saying is, once the fart comes into it, there's no context for the audience who doesn't know what's going on, why that's happening.
Yeah, we need to add that context in. So we have an idea of the fart scene. We know the scene that isn't going to be played because that's for the whole long version, right? You know, so there's going to be a okay. So we've got that scene, we've got the fart scene. So we need a scene almost immediately in between the fart stuff of Napa, Levi, somebody. You need to hit a button. You need to hit an emergency button. You're being attacked. Your client is being attacked. You need to hit a button for security. That's what it is. Then we get a you're choking, you can't get the command out. Computer says command not recognized.
Why does it say that?
I'll let you type it because I'm apparently having trouble. So your character John is trying to say vent. You know, you're choking. You can't like actively turn the thing on. The remote has been dropped. You're choking. The fart is that bad, and you're trying to do voice commands. So you're trying to give a voice command like to Alexa, but to our system. Computer. You know, you're choking it, trying to choke. Command not recognized. Command not recognized. Fuck it. And like Vader is now dying, saying his lines during this chaos. And realistically, this chaos is taking like 30, 40 seconds at most. You hit the button, and the alarm systems go off. Right? It causes a venting to happen. But the alarm system comes out like somebody opens the door. It's Nappa. No. Venting doesn't happen. The venting doesn't happen. It's security. You're calling security. The door gets opened, and Nappa's like, oh God, oh, and Nappa has to say a line specifically. Like, I knew I shouldn't have eaten those the mimic. I knew I shouldn't have eaten those mimic tacos. That was too much. And then you spit out the line, vent the system. Oh my goodness. We can do a cutaway if we want to. At this point, we could record the system being vented. Doesn't really matter. And at this point, we decide, does Vader fade out of existence? We lost our shot with Vader because Vader was an alternate Vader, and Deadpool as he's having a Marty McFly moment. We're trying to keep him in the office, and he was using the Force to stick around because he's that powerful. Like he's fucking powerful in the shows and everything. So we need to write that bit down. Vader, alternate timeline Vader, was staying around with the power of the Force and being in the office. The question is does the fart prank go so horribly wrong that this Vader is now out of existence?
The fart prank distracts him enough.
That's where you yell at Nappa because Nappa gave it away that that this is his fault. And Nappa now does this line of, it wasn't just me, Levi helped too. We haven't figured out that Levi did this other thing. This is where John puts it together. John needs to get very calm, super fucking calm, and ask Nappa a question. What did Levi act like when he helped you do this prank? We can have a flashback moment of that evil laugh thing that I did. And then we turn around and see John's character, John, just say, mother. And like, we can have John be like smiling angry because he now knows what's going on. John has put 2 and 2 together officially. He just doesn't have any fucking proof. So there needs to be a line that John says that the audience will understand that John knows what happened. Oh, you know what? It just needs to be John getting up, going out the door and saying, Levi, I know Levi, I know everything. And that's where Levi can go, prove it, bitch! As much as I want that to be the line, I can't just scream it out. Levi just needs to laugh. That's what it is. Levi, I know what you did. I can't prove it, but I know it was you. Yeah, there you go. We need to, before, like, as much as I want to continue writing this, there needs to be a resolution, because this isn't the resolution. This is, it's come full circle. John now knows. That can't be the button. As much as I want that to be the button, I don't think that that can be the button. What do you guys think? Is the button, John, Nappa says, oh, he was full on evil laughing. John gets up. Levi, I know what you did. I can't prove it, but I know it was you. We've had the Vader thing, but there's been no next context. There's no next part revealed about Deadpool yet, right? Unless we have that conversation be with Vader during that portion. Levi's on a phone call.
And he hears, John, Levi, I know what you did. I can't prove it, but I know it was you. And Levi goes, please hold.
No. What Levi needs to do is just turn around and just go, yeah, we have bigger fish to fry. And then says what Deadpool's currently doing. And John's last line needs to be, oh, shit. And then Nappa can be like, oh, don't worry. I didn't have that accident again. I love that. I love Nappa going, oh, don't worry. I didn't do it this time. I didn't do it in the event or something like that. I love that as a button. Needs to be reworked a little bit. But what is Deadpool doing? Because Deadpool has now had Anakin for an untold amount of time. Vader is now no longer in existence.
Well, I thought that was alternate Vader.
Alternate Vader. Yeah, alternate Vader is no longer in existence. Oh, that's what I needed. I needed we needed to find out that it caused a splinter. That's what I can say. We have bigger fish to fry. We have bigger fish to fry. Deadpool caused the Star Wars universe to splinter into a million different realities. There can be a different way of wording that. Basically, I want that to be the end. I want it to find out that this has caused a splinter from the original Star Wars, and everything gets changed. Like, we're the reason Robot Chicken Star Wars universe exists. We're the reason why Family Guy Star Wars exists. These are all canon. These are all different Star Wars universes now. We're the reason Swartz exist. Oh. Deadpool created the Swartz. I like that. No, it can't be that.
We can't. It's going to be really hard to bridge Spaceballs into Star Wars.
It needs to be a good one-liner.
What would be the most catastrophic thing Deadpool could do in the Star Wars universe that doesn't create multiple universes, but changes it so fundamentally that we have to fix it?
Turn around.
What?
It's on your wall.
This guy?
So it was always a theory, but it was never confirmed, right?
Yeah.
We've and you even like, please tell me it's a thing, but it was never like we never officially got it. Levi's line is Jar Jar Binks is the Emperor now. I have no problem for everyone here. I have no problem saying having the lines that I wrote, which are you specifically, the reason all the different realities, parodies, remakes, retcons, and chaos happened to Star Wars. We are the reason. Or was it always that way and you made it go where? I don't mind having that conversation because that doesn't explicitly say that we are the reason for all these things. But having a one-liner that leads to, the Jar Jar Binks thing, I feel is the natural progression of this. It allows us to have the focus be there. Now
we need like a video of Jar Jar looking very, very sinister and going, Misa people gonna die.
Write that down. There's no reason why we can't have that small scene be animated. Agreed. It's one of those things where it's a hole. It's a plot hole that allows us to wrap this whole prank war series up and go, oh crap, and then we get to figure out a way to resolve it. Which honestly might just be one of those, we just pay Deadpool to stop his shenanigans and fix the situation, which would make the most sense. So the line is, we're going to start from Nappa, you killed alternate Vader, and read this for you guys. Go for it.
1 second.
All right. Issa say, execute order 66.
Where are we reading from?
Nappa, you killed alternate Vader, because that's there's actual lines from there.
Nappa, you killed alternate Vader. It wasn't just me. Levi started all this in the first place. What did Levi act like when he helped you do this prank? Flashback to evil laugh. Oh, he was full on evil laughing. Levi, I know what you did. I can't prove it, but I know it was you.
We have bigger fish to fry right now. Deadpool and Anakin made Darth Jar Jar a thing, and they just installed him as Emperor. And then we get to see Darth Jar Jar in a red tinted room. His eyes narrow, and he says, "Me tinka people gonna die." I like the Misa say execute order 66 too.
Look what I just wrote.
Oh. Misa say execute order 66 and 69.
Because he's influenced by Deadpool now.
Yeah. And that's the end of the skit right there. We have to fix this situation. In all honesty, it's going to be fixed the easiest way. One of us has to bring it up. Part 6 has got to be to bring it up. Like, can't we just pay Deadpool more money? Because that's what everyone has brought up. Deadpool is a mercenary for hire. Give him enough
Mhm.
money and he will do things. He wasn't getting paid. He caused chaos. Now he's going to get a paycheck.
That's the line. Misa say execute order 66. These Jedi gonna die.
Yes. That works out really well. So all we need to do is make this a full script from here. Do we have it in there that we have it in there. All right. We'll have to reorder some of the stuff that we wrote. But this gives us a good framework to build this out completely. Yeah, the part 6 is literally us going to be finding a number that he agrees to and paying him off. But that conversation is going to be like, it's going to start out as like, what's currently going on? And then, Nappa, Levi, John, somebody's going to say the line of like, can't we just pay Deadpool? It's got to be Nappa. Nappa says the line, can't we just pay Deadpool? So then part 6 will start out with whatever is currently happening. So we draw people's attention into it. And Nappa just go, can't we just pay him? And then Levi and John go, yeah. I was like, well, then what's the problem? It was like, his number. And then John needs to look at Levi and go, you should be the one that pays us. And Levi goes, oh yeah, why is that? And John goes, you know fucking why. To which Levi can goes, have you found any proof yet? Scripting out both parts, by the way, even though it's going to be broken up, gives us the opportunity to just close the series down. The question is, just they look at each other. He picked an imaginary number. The question is, how long the silence between? No, so that scene has to be a Levi, John looking at Levi, Levi just grinning, looking at John. John finally goes, I don't think a number is going to do anymore. And Levi goes,
or what about that?
So Levi, question for you, because I don't know how your system worked. Are you aware that most call centers do not record personal phone calls? Like
Personal phone calls made on their work phone, because you were on your headset when you had that call.
I was on my headset when I made that call, but you can call out, like at least it used to be a thing. I don't know if it is now. You could call out, and what it does is it takes you off the line because you're calling a personal phone number. Because you weren't allowed to have cell phones, so you had a way to call out, and that line was not recorded. Now that's not a security feature. That is just literally a, like, you have an emergency, you're calling family, or you're calling friends, you're doing whatever. As a manager, it's usually something that a manager will have or allow you to do, and type in a number and then you call out. But it's not a recorded line.
That with everything we do and what we're dealing with in terms of villain support, that we would record everything.
It wouldn't put it past Levi. Oh, you know what?
Deadpool's a customer, so it wouldn't ding Deadpool's number as a private personal call.
Remember, it's hard to get a hold of him sometimes too. You can say, I can pull the call logs. We can let that still be a thing, right? And Levi can just smile wickedly and go, what call logs? And John can have the moment of like, you son of a. um. Oh, I like that.
I can pull the call logs. And then there's no call logs on personal calls. So you did do it. Shit.
No. That's where this is a we need to have the moment where John goes, I'm not doing this type of thing. So Levi needs to say, I'm not saying I did, and I'm not saying I didn't. And John can go, just pay the fucking thing. Just pay the fucking man. And then threaten me with something else. Like, it's got to be the thing that I hate. It's got to be the paperwork. It's got to be or I'll make you or I'll make you handle all the paperwork for this. And Levi just kind of goes, just kind of stares for a second, and then John needs to have one more line of like, oh, and I'll threaten IT if they try to help you. Fuck. That's where Levi can say the shit. For everyone here, the reason why is because there's a reoccurring joke of the paperwork, and I want to clarify it during the ending part that Levi will give in when it comes to paperwork, but on vacation, he's on vacation. John can't make him do any paperwork, right? He's not on vacation on this. I'm not saying I did. I'm not saying I didn't. Fine. I'll pay him.
I'll pay him. You do the paperwork, though.
No. I'll pay. I'll fucking pay. I'll just. Yeah. So it's like, no. Fuck it. I'll pay. Okay, I'll fucking pay. Yeah, there we go. I like that. No. I'll pay. I'll fucking pay. That's honestly the end of the skit in its entirety because Deadpool's going to resolve it, right? Yes. I feel like that's a good close. We need an ending with Nappa. And this is like not an alternate ending thing. It's like the little credits roll ending thing. Mm-hmm. So ending wrap up. Credits roll ending wrap up. You have a scene with John and Nappa. And it can be like, thank God that's resolved. Nappa goes, how did you leave? Like, it needs to be a ridiculous number. Like, so ridiculous that Levi has this type of money, type of number that Nappa brings up. And the line that John needs to say is, you underestimate how much Levi hates paperwork, but I don't. That's another cool one. But instead of it being a wrap up like we want, that's, an open ending type of thing. As much as I want to have the conversation later down the line with John, it's like, wait, you specifically are the reason all the different versions, parodies, remakes, retcons, and chaos happen to Star Wars. We can find a way to put that in the skit if I feel like it, because at the end, a convo happens, something about how this chaos has led to the Star Wars branching off into all kinds of different worlds, and we can't put the lid back on it, and it occurs to John.
Can I have one?
How's that?
Last ball Cokes.
Yes, you may. Thank God that's over. I can't believe Levi paid him $69 trillion. I can't express to you how much Levi hates paperwork. So who did the paperwork? I used our Dragon Balls. Levi and our dragon don't get along.
So
Um,
he won't grant Levi's wishes. So Levi has to do it manually.
this is going to be a really nice. Hold on.
We just say that every year John
Good.
summons the dragon and says, "Do all the paperwork."
I don't have. Go upstairs. I don't have it up here. I don't have one here. So after credits and extra scene. So we get a credits roll. For those who don't understand, a credits roll scene is like it's a scene inside the credits while they're rolling, right? So we get a small, very quick snippet scene while the credits are rolling, and then after scene, we get the John and Levi conversation. So those who don't want to watch this don't see it. Are you writing something?
No.
Oh, okay.
Typing stuff.
Okay. So after the credits roll, they're done, and then we get to have this little extra scene. And it occurs to John saying, and like, if you want to rewrite this bit, you can, and then I'll delete it. Wait, you specifically are the reason all the different versions, parodies, remakes, retcons, and chaos. We need a line before that. It's like John has to say something about Pandora. We've now opened the Star Wars version of Pandora's box. That's what that is. Well, you specifically are now the reason all the different versions, parodies, remakes, retcons, and chaos has happened to Star Wars, right? Or was it always that way and you just made it worse? Or
so the final line for John is what I've got there.
I like that. So redoing this final scene, it's got to. I like the idea of the Star Wars version of the Star Wars Pandora box. So John's line of, "This has created the Star Wars Pandora box." The TVA called, Levi. They aren't happy. Don't worry. We're more powerful than TVA. So you just opened the Pandora's box for Star Wars, right? That's what it's got to be. So John goes, and then Levi goes, "Huh? What do you mean?" And then we get that line about him saying the all the different versions, parodies, remakes, retcon, and chaos that has happened to Star Wars. And then you can be like, or maybe it was always that way, and you just made it worse. And then Levi gets to cut him off. Meh, before, after, it doesn't matter anymore. It just is, and now it always has been and will be. Time is funny that way, and I don't regret a single thing. John has an okay kind of look. It says dark. Oh, that is the way I deliver that line. The way I deliver this next line. Besides, you took the sky from me, so I took the universe from you. I say that line darker and darker as I'm saying the line. I go, besides, you took the sky from me, so I took the universe from you. That's what that line is. Which then John gets shivers. I can't believe you still haven't gotten Overwatch. Such a waste you gave up on being evil. This is a really nice extra scene, marvelous kind of thing. That is gonna be specifically for the people who stay past the credits. It's not necessary. It's only lore. for those who really love it and want to watch it. There's a good chance a shit ton of people will watch it, though. Which will then, having John / Chris have that last line, such a waste you gave up on being evil, is such a great line to end on, because so many people have this confusion about Levi's character, despite the many obvious things that Levi's not good. He's not necessarily evil all the time, but he's not really good either. I love the character development that we're seeing from Nappa and John and Levi. I love the adding, Samara's character has had some development. We now have Mandark in here, so that's going to get to see some development over time. This is really nice. I like it. Dark Wolf, I'll watch it. We have effectively figured out. We just need to finish scripting it out. The rest of the Deadpool prank saga, and I like that because we are wrapping up an entire storyline. Even if we haven't scripted it out completely, we at least know a good portion of it.
Don't burn your house down with that.
I want to turn on. There it goes. Let's take a look. John's line, you realize that you and Deadpool, I'll just let you read it.
You realize that you and Deadpool opened the Pandora's box for Star Wars to branch out into an infinite number of versions and parodies and remakes and retcons and alternate realities, right?
Meh, doesn't matter anymore. It just is and now always has been and will be. Time's funny that way. And I don't regret a single thing. Besides, you took the sky from me, so I took the universe from you.
I can't believe you still haven't gotten over Wash. Such a waste you gave up on being evil.
I like that a lot.
Yep.
Okay, so let's clean this up a little bit here. Let me clean that. Here we go. All right. I'm so sorry. I was busy. What's up?
Check your fucking Discord.
I'm looking. Oh, Discord. Oh, I was looking at Discord. I was just looking at the wrong area. What are we doing for dinner? I don't know. We need to figure it out.
Ow!
I was just gonna do quick meals, but they won't be here in time now. What do you guys want to eat? Some burgers? I'm gonna hand you the thing.
Are you live?
Yeah, I'm live and I'm working. I'm actively getting stuff. Go check with him.
So,
right.
I have a proposal.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's something that we did before, but I don't think at that time that you were ready to take on a project like that. I think you totally are now. Remember when we decided we were going to do our own content for a month and I did the whole Dragon Ball thing and you were really struggling to figure out a storyline to do on your own?
I think I've already done that. It's just not been continuous.
Right. So, and I love the audience's feedback on it. How would you guys feel about if in July, obviously we continue with the content, the storylines we got going, but as far as primary content, excuse me, if Levi and I each just choose a storyline and we just each run with our own for the month of July, whether it's 5 videos or 15 videos or whatever,
So the
And
question
then
is this similar to what we're doing now, where we write a story and we're both acting in it, or is it like literally just our own thing?
my own thing, it's me and Napa, and your own thing, it's you, and we can bring in any other fill and support characters that aren't each other. And then at the end of July, we talk about it and figure out how can we bring those two storylines together into a solution that forces us to deal with it as a whole office.
I have a storyline.
Okay, cool.
So that's what that's. Don't exclude the other one from making cameos.
If it adds to the video, yeah. If we're just doing it to have John or Levi show up for a second, no. But if it adds to the storyline, yes.
So a good example of adding to the storyline, the Stitch stuff is exactly that. It's a project that I started that has spiraled, and I am keeping control of it, but it's 100% like I know what I want, right? I was required because of my situation to step away, but at the same time it made sense. So now John and Napa are playing this huge role in this story, and they're going to continue to play this huge role in this story for a little while, and then I come back and then we move forward again. But at the same time, the storyline is still evolving. Stitch is still out there gaining more powers and stuff like that.
You can do that. You can do something totally different, but it's because I think we do really well when we are working on ideas together. But I think there's a lot of stuff that gets, yeah. I think that you should run with that because you've been passionate about that for a while. You'll all find out what we're talking about when he gets to it.
I'll tell you guys in a minute.
I'm revisiting an old idea that I had that never really got built out. That I've been wanting to do. So if you want to share yours, go right ahead.
So I did a series, and it kind of petered out because it wasn't very popular at the time, and part of the reason why was we had a lot of different things going on, and in all honesty, I dropped the ball on it. I was busy with a lot of other stuff. I've had time to sit and think about how I want to do this. It's called the Power Ring Swap series. So I know a fair amount about DC, enough that I could say with confidence who would be what power ring from the from the Lanterns, right? And there is a lot of possibility with this idea, and it's one that I can handle almost in its entirety until it reaches an issue where it needs to have somebody else in it. Now, mind you, a good part of the charm with you guys and with the main channels outside of TikTok, to be honest, is both of us doing videos, both of us being together, both of us having storylines, both of us having one-off videos, the Predator series, Kevin McAllister stuff, everything like that. There's been a lot of benefit to having both of us be back and forth on that. But Chris started this, and I started as individuals making content. Now, mine dropped dramatically for two reasons. One, I lost accounts outside of TikTok. We don't know why, but I'd lost everything, and I hadn't started YouTube yet, so that wasn't a thing I was doing yet. And my TikTok just died in views, just dead. Part of it was I wasn't posting continuously. I have a very big problem with continuous posting, except for when I'm on here, I can like schedule, do things. Chris will have a video. It's really beneficial for us for that. And Chris, he at the time when we were joining forces to on YouTube, and we were seeing the benefit of both sides of the story, he was still like making content, and it would be a hit and miss type of thing. But this was way back in the day, to the point of like both of us have improved massively across the board in editing, filming, acting, improv, everything has done well.
Napa and Gary don't like each other, Jimmy Banthroll. Napa accuses Gary of being lazy, and Gary doesn't like being called out on that.
Pick one of the shareables for you and him. If you don't want it, you don't want it. We just figure out something here at home in a bit. What about you, Chris? What's your idea?
I'm going to revisit the Borg versus Replicators storyline.
Oh yeah, because the last thing that happened was the Replicators and Transformers, which that video did really well, but like we didn't know where to take it from there.
I'm gonna break it back down to its core atoms and restart from the beginning.
Yeah,
because I have a general idea for it.
Huh?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Bye-bye. I need to go deal with the kid thing, and I don't know how long that's going to take.
Oh, that's all right. Go ahead. I'm also ordering food right now.
And we've been live for about 2 hours, which is about what you wanted to do anyways, isn't it?
Yeah, I wanted to go over the Stitch stuff with you, but we can close out the live, and when you get back, I mean, you can take care of stuff outside of that, because like the Kickstarter, the Stitch, and a couple other things we don't need to be live for.
We're not ready on the Kickstarter yet. I'm not ready to have a full discussion on that because I still need to understand a couple things for that.
Okay.
But that will be a conversation for later. How long is the Stitch stuff going to be, do you think?
I just wanted to go over it and review it with you. That's it.
Okay. 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that now, and then I can just, when we're done, I can just call off and take care of what I need to after that.
Okay. So on Stitchgate part, let's close out, and then, because you guys have heard the Stitchgate stuff a couple times. So I want to thank everyone for joining us. Remember to take it one breath, one step, one day at a time. We wish you peace of mind, serenity, and spirit, and harmony among others. And until the winds blow your sails our way, have an Acme day.
Have an Acme Day is a product of Villain. Having an Acme Day will be retro to build your account. Have an Acme Day.
And have an Acme day simply means to have the best day you possibly can have. Bye, everyone.